of Adidja Palmer, aka Vybz Kartel, Sean Campbell, and Andre St. John. The habeas what is one, the decision today was initially taking place in court.
Cartel were saddened by the no-bail verdict. The result of the ruling was made public around 3 p.m. on Thursday, May 30, 2024, and the judge further stated that Adidja Palmer and the other accused men were not being detained against their constitutional rights. Will he walk free on bail today? Was the question of many Jamaicans on Thursday with regards to the habeas corpus case. Notably, heightened security was present in downtown Kingston on Thursday as the nation awaited the ruling of the hearing. The news of no bail was reported by Nationwide News, The Observer, and other major news outlets. The accused men will next appear in the Jamaica Court of Appeal in a couple of weeks, on June 10, to decide whether or not the four men should be released or retried for Clive Lizard Williams' murder. The prosecution is insisting that Clive Lizard Williams was killed at a property in Havendale, St. Andrew over a decade ago, on August 16, 2011. Vybz Kartel, who is currently 48 years old, and the other previously convicted men are said to be behind the murder. The men have been in lockup for over 13 years now. As per initial reports, a ruling was scheduled to be handed down at about 2 p.m. on Thursday. However, at 2:30, there was still no ruling and only reports of courtroom chaos, with the issue being too many personnel inside the court, which was a concern by Justice Andrea Thomas. Nationwide reported that the court's proceedings was relocated to Courtroom 1 to accommodate the large amount of personnel present. Vybz Kartel lead attorney Isat Buchanan did a live stream after Thursday's ruling in Kingston at the Supreme Court, about 3 hours after the habeas corpus application was rejected. In the stream, outspoken lawyer talked on the day's proceedings. At the beginning of his live stream, Buchanan commended the judge, Supreme Court Justice Andrea Thomas, who was overseeing the hearing, and her say, "I respect the mind of Justice Thomas. I respect her a whole lot. I'm happy that she considered the matter," he stated. Buchanan also stated, "It was not a bail application. We knew going into the matter that bail wasn't an option because your government amended the Bail Act after the hearing date was set for Mr. Palmer. You need to know that." As per Isat Buchanan, the judge gave a ruling on the matter expeditiously. He went on to hint that the rejection may be further argued at a higher court level. He also outlines that the focus will next turn to June 10, when the pre-trial hearing will start. Notably, prosecutors argued during the hearing that the quashing of the convictions did not mean that the accused men were acquitted. The decision only reverted the men to their previous status before the trial, declaring that the murder charges are still live. The accused men will next appear in the Jamaica Court of Appeal in a couple of weeks to decide whether or not the four men should be released or retried for Clive Lizard Williams' 2011 murder. In the live stream, Buchanan also talked to opposition leader Mark Golding, who, after talking about his dual citizenship status, gave his opinion on working with the UK Privy Council in the future vs. the Caribbean Court of Justice. He also suggests that the CCJ might
bad news, but the good news I want to hear, say boy, him come out and him change him life and do the right thing.
Paul Alwyn and our crew is about to think them last job. But this is bigger than Mr. Buchanan.
What about him? What were you expecting to